Yo, back with another quick little recap. I'm going to be doing the forecast in the morning and then a recap afterwards. So this is the forecast starting off. Today is July 18th and I traded mostly AM session. PM session I kind of tape read the trades because I didn't have complete confidence in taking them at the time, but they did run to TP. I think there was 3 trades I found today. They all ran to TP, and today was a pretty high probability day because it was trending instead of consolidating. And yeah, let's get into it. So starting on the daily time frame, I was initially bullish, right? Yeah, so what I wanted to see on the daily time frame by the start of the week was a run lower and then possibly running higher. We could reverse from here because we did tap into OTE, and yeah, but this was the second bias I had where we run out these lows, kind of a consolidation right here, equal lows, relative equal lows, I mean, run that out, and then we start running higher towards our market maker buy model target on the monthly time frame, which is this 2 to 2.5 range. So this is just a very high time frame daily. I don't really take this into perspective, mostly because I'm trading the 1 minute time frame or 2 minute, 3 minute time frame, so daily doesn't really matter too much. But what does matter is the 4 hour and 1 hour mostly. So the 4 hour, I was initially bullish because I wanted to see equilibrium of this 4 hour range tapped from this high right here to this low, and I was looking for bullish price action. We had an SMT at the lows right here, which is a pretty big SMT, and yeah, starting, and then on the hourly time frame, the same thing. I wanted to see this equilibrium, and I also wanted to see this fair value gap because we have a swing high right below the fair value gap, so I wanted to see that get taken out. And yeah, we ran out these 2 lows, so we already took out like our low resistance liquidity beforehand. That's why I was also bullish, and we had equal highs above. And then we're also respecting constant encroachment of this bullish order block at the time. And on the 15 minute, I wanted to see, this is after market open. I kind of got my analysis a little bit late, but I wanted to see price come down, tap into equilibrium, tap into this 15 minute order block, and possibly sweep this low, maybe make an SMT with ES, and then have a push higher into the equilibrium of the 4 hour range and this hourly high right here top left. And this is what I was expecting. Tap into OT, run higher, and I'll go into what actually happened. So going on to NQ today, this is before market open. I'll kind of just pop open the next candle. So this candle printed. After this candle printed, I was completely bearish because what I was looking for was a candle that would go down, that would close like this with a wick, possibly just wicking this low and tapping into this 15 minute fair value gap. So something like this. This is the candle I was hoping for, where there would be a wick lower and then a push higher with the fair value gap to go higher. But it was basically the opposite of what happened, and I switched my bias. And basically what happened, we had this fair value gap left, and I looked for a market maker sell model on the 1 minute, going like this and entering to take out these lows and these lows down here. And I'll just get into the trade. So yeah, let's just go into it. We tapped the 15 minute fair value gap after this run higher. We had an SMT at the highs with this. ES actually ran these highs up here, ran these highs, and so this is why I was mainly extremely bearish. And then we kind of consolidated here for a little bit, created another SMT with ES right here. And what interested me in taking a trade was these 3 candles where we had a break of structure lower, and also standard deviation matched up with this liquidity point perfectly. And that's the main reason I took this trade. And this -4 also lined up with this. At the time I didn't really notice that, but now looking at it, the -4, which is the max expansion for this 15-minute fair value gap, it lines up with this right here. So basically what happened was I entered after these 3 consecutive candles and entered on this mitigation block right here. Stop loss was above this fair value gap, above it, above constant encroachment of this order block, right above it. And there was a 2-minute fair value gap right here. Let's go to it right here, this 2-minute fair value gap that I noticed as well. I could have entered there, honestly, it would have been a better entry. But basically price retraced into it and ultimately hit TP. Ran lower quite quickly. I should have maybe held a runner and trailed my stop loss, but it kept running. And the second trade right here was price retraced into this mitigation block, or I mean this breaker block right here. Technically it's a mitigation block because we didn't take out this high completely, but price retraced into this mitigation block as well because we didn't take out a high either. And then 5-minute fair value gap, and I was just bearish in general. We had I'm pretty sure we had an SMT right here as well, like this, somewhere here like that. Yeah, so we had this SMT. This was going to be my entry, but I didn't enter because it was low probability, just the way it looks. And we didn't have a full confirmation of like a market structure shift. I didn't have standard deviations out, but it did ultimately run to this low right here. That was another thing I was looking at. It ran quite quickly as well. I think there's 2 more trades, yeah, down here. And this last one was a loss, but these other 2 trades, I'll go into it. Get this thing. 5-minute time frame. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, yeah. So the first entry was going to be this. I didn't get tapped in though, but I think I got tapped in after. Yeah, I got tapped in very after, which is, I don't know if I would have entered again because we could have just reversed higher. But the basis of this trade was that we tapped into the small 15-minute fair value gap, and then we also ran lower, breaking this sell side liquidity, closing below it, and then retracing it to this fair value gap. I was just bearish. I wanted to target these lows right here and this huge liquidity point on the daily time frame. We had this huge liquidity point, so I was just bearish in general. 1-minute time frame, I just wanted to continue the trend. My original entry was going to be like here, but price kind of came close to it, didn't really tap me in, ran lower, retraced higher, came back into this 15-minute fair value gap, and that inverse that was going to be my original entry started breaking lower. This was interesting to me because this was a proper market structure shift with standard deviations. It lined up with the previous standard deviations, and yeah, entry was this breaker block right here, and it ran. I was expecting a deeper retracement, honestly, but I kind of entered here just I didn't actually enter because I didn't have the confidence taking it. Honestly, I need to build confidence on this. But yeah, these trades were good. There was an SMT here, I'm pretty sure, with this high and this high right here. And ultimately, I didn't really take a trade after that. This trade was a loss. Price basically just like rallied higher, right? But yeah, these 2 trades I could have taken, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for today. Today was a really good trade day. I know some people lost, some people tried longing right here, but just the way this 15-minute closed, I know TGR tried longing here, but yeah, it's just the way the 15-minute closed. In my opinion, it didn't look bullish at all. I know TGR went long like somewhere in here on the 1-minute, trying to go long, but yeah, he got stopped out. But I'm not saying he's a bad trader, of course, but yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching.